Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Poetry Podcast, where I'm just gonna get some off my chest. First of all, before I get started, I just have to take a second to say thank you so very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who showed me so much love and support and all the kind and supportive comments. I mean, just all the love and encouragement that y'all gave me on the first episode. It really gave me the courage to go ahead and go forth, because I'm trying to tell you, this is some scary shit to me. So I really just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish there were greater words. I wish there was some deeper form of expression I could give y'all to say thank you, but you do not know what it means to me. So thank you so very much. And here I go with episode 2. And I hope I don't say nothing too crazy. I hope I ain't got comfortable and excited and I'm gonna just go off at the mouth, because I'm gonna tell y'all today, brown liquor is a paid act in today's festivities. It's going down today. I got some shit on my chest and I just want to get it off. So if you got a minute, please. Now, before we get started, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you've not already. And of course, I got to shout out my super thanksters. Thank you so much, and shout out to Liz Susan, Esther Young, Harry, Tech Mama, JCTS, I think that's what it said, Tanya Fuller, Lisette, Yvette Greer, 921 Cotton Candy, and Tech Mama one more time. Thank y'all so very much. I really do appreciate y'all. Now, let me start by telling y'all what prompted this particular episode. So this particular episode was prompted by, I know everybody has seen, that Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts of all kind of criminal shit. I guess it got something to do with some hush money and all kinds of, I don't know. I ain't been following it because, I mean, who's shocked? He's a criminal. But what tripped me out was to see everybody, oh my God, he's guilty on all counts. They said guilty 34 times. We got him now. I mean, but do we? I'm looking around like, well, what difference does it make if they got him on 134 counts, if he can still go run for president? Meanwhile, you have other people who have been convicted of felonies that can't even vote for who the president is going to be. Meanwhile, this motherfucker can go run the country and make the rules. So in my mind, I'm trying to figure out what kind of victory is this. And of course, that whole rabbit hole of thought, that stream of consciousness, led me down the whole thought process of the disparities and the disproportionate effect of the prison system on especially African Americans and historically African American men. And that got me to thinking about a poem that I wrote a long time ago. But then that woke up a whole stream of thought about, well, how do I really feel? Do I still feel like I felt when I wrote this poem all these years ago? Because, you know, this is about the love of black men and supporting black men and encouraging black men. But black men done about pissed me off lately. And so I wasn't sure that I was in that same place. And I just kind of wanted to talk through those things. And then I wanted to share my poem with y'all if y'all would listen. One of y'all said in the comments that y'all think I should give the backstory on some of my poems. And I said, okay, well, that might be a good idea, especially for this poem. Now, this particular poem I wrote almost 20 years ago. Child, I be looking at stuff and I be realizing my age, and I'm like, ain't no damn way. I mean, Lord, I thank you for every day I wake up. I ain't telling you no word of lie, but my God, I ain't realized it's been this many days. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But anyway, this was written back in my, something like my BMF days. So I wrote this poem almost 20 years ago when I was in Atlanta with my then boyfriend, who eventually became my fiance and then became one of my biggest life lessons. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day too. But anyway, we're visiting Atlanta. We're in a hotel. And for some reason, there was something about Martin Luther King on the TV. We had gone to the Martin Luther King Museum, or whatever the Black History Museum is they have there. And, you know, in the moment, at the time that I wrote this poem, I just remember feeling especially enamored at the strength and the beauty of black men. And I mean, I think it was a combination of things between the Martin Luther King stuff that was on the TV and being there with my own black man and being in Atlanta where, I mean, everything and everybody is black. I mean, everybody that run that mother is black. It was just a beautiful thing to see. And this was 20 years ago, so it was kind of new to me at the time. And I don't know, I just felt away. And so I remember sitting in the hotel room and I was just inspired to write. I just had this thing coming to me. And I ended up writing this poem called Ode to the Black Man. Now, I lost the first few pages to this poem and I eventually recovered the last few, and that's what became what I published. It's actually the opening piece in my book. But here enters my conflict. This poem was inspired by and written about my love and respect for Black men. But over the years, I feel like something has changed with Black men in a way that is difficult to appreciate. Now, I understand that there have been changes across the board that are difficult to appreciate, but right now we're talking about Black men. But everything from the red pills to the Kevin Samuels guys and the you barely alive over 35, it just has become a whole lot. It has become very difficult to endure. But I guess what keeps the scales balanced for me, so to speak, is for every negative experience I've had with a Black man, even up until recently, there has been some counteraction by a Black man that has balanced it out. So even like, let me tell y'all, because I was telling y'all, in the last episode about what it is to be a single lady and be trying to date in this world and this climate and this dating pool that has pits in it. Well, picture it. Charleston, summer 2024. We're making friends. We're mingling. We're getting to know folks. We're seeing about going back outside, maybe. And as soon as you open your blinds to say, well, maybe I'll go back outside, somebody radar went off and said, I heard you was coming back outside. I just wanted to say, hey, before you do that, how you doing? Can I talk to you over here for a minute? So next thing you know, you're talking all the time. You're kiki and you're pillow talking and cake walking and all this shit. Well, somewhere along the line, you keep giving a person the opportunity to tell you everything they got going on. Because listen, don't lie to me. I am the most understanding person you ever gonna meet. Now, I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna participate in your bullshit, but I'll understand. So ain't no need to lie to me. Don't sell me no dream. Don't sell me no story. Don't come trying to sell me some you the woman in my dreams. Don't come trying to sell me that bullshit when you know all you want is to put your hand in my cookie jar. So now let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it was something along those lines that was going on, right? And you just kind of was at your wit's end. You say, you know what? I'm about done with this dating. I'm done with men's. I'm done with this dating shit. Now I don't want no women's because I don't want y'all touching on me like that. But I'm about done with these motherfuckers over here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I need to be done with the men's of colors. Lord, I ain't never really thought about putting cream in my coffee, but I think I might just have to go ahead and swirl it. And as soon as I got to hypothetically thinking that shit, like, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. I'm not doing this shit. These motherfuckers is done. Because, you give them the chance to tell the truth, and these motherfuckers just lie. Why are you lying? As soon as I get to thinking that shit, an old friend of mine, a Black man, pops up just to check and see how you doing. I said, well, okay, God, you ain't got to slap them all to sleep after all. I did a couple of them decent. Now, I don't want to leave it open to interpretation that I don't love Black men, or I hate Black men, or I dislike Black men, or I got a problem with Black men, because I don't. Because for as many times as I might have felt victimized or endangered or unsupported by a Black man or two or three has shown up to counter that. I've been in situations where a Black man has overheard another Black man plotting to get me outside the establishment when we leave. And that man came to me and said, I know you don't know me from a can of paint, but hey, come here. I'm going to put this bug in your ear. We going to pretend like I'm your man. I'm going to walk you to your car and I'm going to make sure you get out of here safe, because I got sisters, I got a mama, I got aunts, and I can't let no shit like that go down. I remember I was in a bookstore one day just working on a paper, minding my business, and the man come and want to strike up conversation, and we be scared to not talk to him. So I'm just trying to have a conversation. Now, because I done entertained him, he believes he owns me, and he ain't leaving the bookstore till I leave the bookstore. And when I leave the bookstore, I'm gonna have to leave the bookstore with him. And I'm trying to tell him, sir, I'm not interested in leaving the bookstore with you. I want to leave like I came, by my damn self, minding my damn business. And he said, no, it ain't going down like that. And so now I'm getting nervous. But there happen to be two other Black men, two military men, who were overhearing this whole exchange. And they were getting ready to leave. They packing up their stuff. They said, hey, we can hear Psycho over here. And if you want to get your shit and leave, this is probably going to be your first and last opportunity. This is going to be your best chance to get out of here. So you ready to go? When I tell y'all I was packed up before them people finished talking, please escort me out this motherfucker. Well, now Psycho is offended because how dare they? How dare they come take his woman he done found in the damn bookstore? Well, now he carrying on acting crazy. He trying to follow me to my car. They literally have to restrain this man. Now he wants to fight. I can't understand how this shit has escalated like this. But had it not been for these Black men protecting me from this crazy ass Black man, I don't know. what would have happened that night. So none of this is to say that, oh, I can't stand black men and I don't know what's become of black men and oh my God, they're just awful. I am divesting. That's not what this is about. That's not what my conflict is about. I think my conflict more stems from romantic experiences, dating experiences, because these motherfuckers ain't except the one God got for me. God got a man somewhere for me. I don't know where you at and I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you out there playing, but I wish you would get your shit together and come on because I'm tired. But you see that cycle? See how I started these motherfuckers ain't shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of them. I ain't doing this no more. And somehow I end up right back around there. But you know, God got a stash of a few good ones. And you know, the bad ones just happen to be louder than the good ones. And they out here moving like Tasmanian devils, just out here tearing shit up. And so that's why we don't know about the good ones. And then most of the good ones, they had got snatched down real early. And if you got a good one and he got a brother or a cousin or a friend or something that's a halfway decent one that you can help clean up or something, please get them out on the market. We tired of this shit. But that whole rant was to say somehow, even when I cannot stand a black man, I somehow end up back at I love black men. And I was truly reminded of that just last night when I'm sitting around like, you know what? They just fucked up. They fucked up as a whole. Fuck it and fuck them. Another black man comes through to say, hey, I want you to know you are loved and you are worthy and you are valuable. And I really appreciate your friendship. And I think you know what, y'all all right. See, it don't take much for me. And even in this moment, in preparing to share this poem with y'all, I have felt the most conflicted feelings I have ever felt. I mean, it's just this dichotomy between I absolutely love black men and I'm about ready to open up my roster and get me a white boy to feed me lobster and pasta. I can't. But then that led me to the realization that that's what love is. Love is the thing that sustains when like refrains. When I don't really like you, love is the thing that's going to make me hold on. And I love black men. I love black people. I love being black. You see black, I love it. So I said that to say, while I feel like there's been an observable difference, there is a change that has occurred culturally speaking. And I'm not saying it's just black men. I know a lot of things have changed with black women and I address all of that. I will address that in the future. I've addressed it in the past. That's just not what I'm addressing today. I mean, trust me, I done got my ass straight whooped on this internet trying to address black women. So don't just listen. I'm talking about what I'm talking about today. Don't start with me. But while there's been this difference that I just can't deny, I can't pretend I don't see, there is this consistent core to who black men are. And it always kind of brings me back to the place that I was in when I wrote this poem. I mean, I might not be in that place for long because they're going to do something to piss me clean off. But in true, I might curse them out, but you won't fashion. Here I am to share my contribution to the uplifting, the love, the support, the encouragement of black men. My poem, Ode to the Black Man. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna have to read this one because I don't have this committed to memory. And if I had to commit this to memory, I wasn't gonna be able to commit to y'all seeing me. And once again, y'all keep in mind that I am an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. This poem is also the poem that got me my first negative review on my book on Amazon from a librarian at a middle school that I kind of volunteered at, child. That's another story for another day. But here I go. God knows the strength that he created in you. So does everything else in existence. That's why when you step out into the world, you're met with such resistance. That beautiful black skin that you're draped in is a universal symbol of power. Power enough to break free of fields and shackles and bring light to your people's darkest hour. I see daily how you are made to struggle in the world, how they try to arrest your development. But never forget you are God's most creative work, and there is no shackle for God's child that is permanent. I am your black woman, most proud of being your rib. My greatest joy is in watching you and enjoying what God did. Black man, you are a reflection of God's most visionary day. No prison, no cuffs, no fields could ever take your sacred element away. Hold your head high, black man. Know that I am always at your side. God created you to run the world, and me to enjoy the ride. That is ode to the Black man. Thank you so very much for listening. And before anybody come for me with a feminist think piece, this has nothing to do with not supporting women, and this has nothing to do with prioritizing men, because I can feel it in my bones. I can hear it coming, and I don't feel like this. We will absolutely get into pieces over time where I dissect and discuss the issues and struggles of Black women, because I'm a Black woman first and foremost, so I know it firsthand. But this particular poem is what came to mind when this whole Donald Trump and the 34 counts of felony. Why are we supposed to care? Is it supposed to impact him the way it's impacted thousands and thousands of people? Like, why do we care? I mean, we can potentially have a convicted criminal for president. Like, what? Like, I mean, I know it might not make sense there. There might not be a correlation for y'all, but it correlated for me. All right. And I just wanted to come down here and get it off my chest. I wanted to come down here and talk about that. It was a whole stream of consciousness of disconnected thoughts that somehow all fit in the same family. And I said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this by myself. Y'all, my friends, y'all supposed to, yeah, this is what friends are for. But that's it. That's all. And I ain't got no more. So I thank you so very much for coming down here, listening to me, and letting me get that off my chest. I have a little brown look in me. That's why I'm a little more comfortable today. But as always, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And in the meantime, until next time, just like every time, y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I mean it. Bye.